I don't remember the third thing.
I think it's share with other people.
I'm going to share with other people.
There you go.
That's how I stay awake.
That's impressive. Well done. Well done.
I got 2 of them.
Starting day 298, we're getting close to 300 here at the Mac. Gonna go on a little run before heading to the office. I'm gonna time myself, see how fast I can do this little mini incline in. 1 minute and 57 seconds. 200 steps. Day 298, we're getting really close to 300, and today is Matthew chapter 24, and Matthew chapter 24 is nearly identical to what our passage was yesterday, which is Mark chapter 13. So if you want to get more of the overall lesson and picture of this passage, you can watch yesterday's vlog. What I want to do today is shed some light on the realities of the times that we live in, and hopefully that will encourage us in our devotion and taking seriously us following Jesus. Jesus talks about how when that time is coming, that there's going to be a few things that are going to happen. First off, there are going to be many people that are going to claim to be Him in the second coming incarnate, but they are false Christs. Over the last couple hundred years, there have been many people, but 45 people in particular, who had claimed to be Jesus in the flesh and had somewhat of a following. Anne Lee, back in 1747, found the Shakers group, and she claimed herself to be Christ. Currently, there's a former Jehovah's Witness elder named A.J. Miller who claims that he is Christ in the second coming, and his current partner, her name is Mary Luck, that she is actually a reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. The next thing Jesus talks about is there's an abundance of war, that you'll hear about rumors of war and all these different wars going on. And I thought I'd just share with you quickly some of the countries that are currently experiencing war. Now, these are not countries that are like a part of a war, but there's no fighting on their home soil. These are actual nations where wars are actually taking place within their borders. Iraq, Iran, Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, Somalia, Mexico, Libya, Turkey, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan, and the list can go on and on and on, just for how many different nations are engulfed in some kind of a war that is happening. The next thing Jesus talks about is earthquakes and famines. And famines usually are followed by some type of a war or conflict or a natural disaster. But in terms of earthquakes, we have seen quite a few, especially in the last 20 years. Since the turn of the century, the 15 major earthquakes that have hit the earth have killed a total of 658,000 people. This includes the earthquake in 2004 in Indonesia that created a tsunami that wiped out close to 230,000 Indonesians. There was an earthquake in Haiti in 2010 that killed 160,000 Haitians. And then we have the earthquake and the tsunami in Japan, and that killed about 21,000 people. Then Jesus talks about the persecution that his followers will experience. According to Open Door Ministries, they have a good handle on the persecuted church and what the church is going through, statistically speaking. And in 2020, there's approximately 260 million Christians that are living in nations or countries that are hostile to the faith. When you look at these nations, at the very top, pretty much all of them, with the exception of North Korea, are Muslim nations. It's interesting too that one of the places that Christianity is seeing an explosion is actually amongst the Muslim population. Like, Jesus is coming to these Muslims in visions, and via these visions they're getting saved. And then what happens is, because of their family and because of their culture, when they become a Christian, they experience immediate persecution, not just from the government, but from their own families, which then plays into what Jesus talks about brother against brother, parent against child. Like, there's this division happening as a result of people following Jesus. Then we see a significant event that has yet to happen, but there are things put in place that could render that event happening very soon, and that's the Abomination of Desolation, which we first read about in Daniel chapter 9 and chapter 12. It's also talked about in 2 Thessalonians as well as Revelation. And what happens in the Abomination of Desolation is the Antichrist during the tribulation period will go into the temple that has been built on the Temple Mount and will make a sacrifice and essentially declare himself as God. The interesting thing about this is the Jewish community has all the necessary resources and materials to be able to construct the temple. Now, where they want to construct it on the Temple Mount, it's currently preoccupied by the Dome of the Rock shrine. But I've actually been there myself, and there's talks that there could possibly be the Jewish temple right next to the Dome of the Rock in the Temple Mount, and both can kind of be there. I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but there's a reason why I wanted to share all that with you on the vlog today. When we read about these things that give us the indication that the end is near, we quickly and very clearly deduce that today, in our day and age, in 2021, the end is really near. And just to reinforce what we talked about yesterday, as a result of that, I pray that we can be followers of Jesus that are on guard and that are spiritually awake. All right, time to get ready for one night tonight. Now it's time to go pick up some breakfast burritos from Dos Amigos for one night tonight. Scary. I have a question for you. What do you do to stay awake when you're feeling sleepy?
Probably listen to music and blast it on 100 volume.
Right, so blasting the music, that's what you do.
And if I don't have music, I'll just fall asleep.
Gotcha. What do you do to stay awake?
Well, what I used to do is either play loud music or watch a movie.
Okay.
But what I now do is I be a Berean, and I what was the other things? I read the Bible
Yes.
and stay in God's word. And I don't remember the third thing.
I think it's share with other people.
I'm gonna share
Yes.
with other people.
There you go.
That's how I stay awake.
That's impressive. Well done. Well done.